NASA and FEMA have been preparing since 2016 for an asteroid impact in 2022. Recently, President Biden stated that FEMA will be on a precautionary basis. But we know that the reason is probably not simply the pandemic, but possible asteroid impacts. What would we do if we discovered a large asteroid on its way to impact Earth? While highly possible, this was the high-consequence scenario discussed by participants in an October 25 NASA-FEMA tabletop exercise in El Segundo, California. Subscribe to the channel. The third in a series of exercises jointly organized by NASA and FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The simulation is designed to strengthen collaboration between the two agencies, which have guidance from the administration to lead the U.S. response. It's not a question of if, but when, we're going to deal with this situation, said Thomas Zurbuchen, Associate Administrator for NASA's Science Mission Directorate in Washington. But unlike any other time in our history, we now have the ability to respond to an impact threat through observation, prediction, planning and ongoing response mitigation. The exercise provided a forum for the planetary science community to show how it would collect, analyze and share data about a hypothetical asteroid predicted to impact Earth. Emergency managers discussed how this data would be used to consider some of the unique challenges an asteroid impact would present, for preparedness, response and public warning. It's critical to exercise these types of low-probability, high-consequence, disaster scenarios, said FEMA Administrator Craig Fugate. By working through our emergency response plans now, we will be better prepared if and when we need to respond to this event. Exercise participants included representatives from NASA, FEMA, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, Department of Energy National Laboratories, the U.S. Air Force, and the California Governor's Office of Emergency Services. The exercise simulated a possible impact 4 years from now, a fictional asteroid thought to have been discovered this fall with a 2% probability of impact with Earth in 2022. The simulated asteroid was initially estimated to be between 300 and 800 feet, 100 and 250 meters, in size, with the possibility of impacting anywhere along a long swath of Earth, including a narrow swath of area that spanned the entire United States. In the fictional scenario, observers continued tracking the asteroid for 3 months using ground-based telescope observations and the impact probability rose to 65%. The next observations had to wait until 4 months later, due to the asteroid's position relative to the Sun. When observations were able to resume in May 2017, the impact probability jumped to 100%. In November 2017, it was simulated that the predicted impact would occur somewhere in a narrow range in Southern California or the Pacific Ocean coast. While the simulation of a deflection mission to push the asteroid away from its collision course has been performed in previous tabletop exercises, this particular exercise was designed so that the impact time was too short for a deflection mission to be feasible, represent a major future challenge for emergency managers in the face of a mass evacuation of the Los Angeles metropolitan area. Scientists from JPL, Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, Sandia National Laboratories and the Aerospace Corporation presented predicted impact footprint models, population displacement estimates, information about the infrastructure that would be affected, as well as other data that could realistically be known at various points. From the country. Exercise scenario. The high degree of initial uncertainty, coupled with the relatively long impact alert time, made this scenario unique and especially challenging for emergency managers, said Leviticus A. Lewis, head of FEMA's National Response Coordination Branch. It's quite different from preparing for an event with a much shorter schedule, like a hurricane. Participants considered ways to provide accurate, timely and useful information to the public, as well as addressing how to refute rumors and false information that could arise in the years leading up to the hypothetical impact. These exercises are invaluable to us in the asteroid science community, responsible for engaging with FEMA in this natural hazard," said Lindley Johnson, NASA's planetary defense officer. "We received valuable feedback from emergency managers in these exercises about what information is critical to decision-making, and we took that into account when we exercised how we would provide information to FEMA about an anticipated impact." NASA provides FEMA with expert information on asteroid impact risk through the Planetary Defense Coordination Office. NASA and FEMA will continue to conduct asteroid impact exercises and intend to expand participation in future exercises to include additional representatives from local and state emergency management agencies and the private sector. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to receive new videos.